So yeah, where did we leave it last time? So we are the Gek. We are an interesting little species. We are anglers. We have a distinguished admiralty. We are materialist. We are militarist. And we are authoritarian. A little bit of all these things. And we inhabit this little corner of the galaxy in Stellaris. We are reasonably good friends with the Galactic Lycian regime, who, like us, believe in the benefits of a military government. To our south, we have close proximity, but not really direct borders due to the presence of aliens, with the people of the Sodrithian Unity, a collective consciousness and hive mind. They don't like us, and they look quite big. So what we actually meant is we could do is, because we were relatively secure behind our borders, is we actually pretty much skipped corvettes and went straight to destroyers, which is cool. But yeah, the important thing is we started on as clones on clone planets. And we had a very limited population of clones, but we researched into our past, and we discovered we were created, we were uplifted for war. And I asked chat whether they wanted to undo this, whether they wanted us to have little Gekling babies, or whether we would remain just 100 population people with lots of kind of races, like get lots of follower races or a secondary race. And you lot opted for Geklings. We now have little baby Geklings. And that is how we reproduce now. We have nice little Geklings. So where does that leave us in planets and everything else? Well, we are massively over our naval capacity, which is something we are gradually doing something about. We are also, I believe, may well have just finished researching terraforming. Which we have. So terraforming will be useful. We have not had the Galactic Council event yet, which means we're well ahead of the curve in terraforming. We are very well off in planets in the long term, because we got the Tomb World events. We got a whole bunch of Tomb Worlds, but we need, I think it's atmospheric reconstruction before we can deal with them. So in the meantime, we are confined to 4 planets. But it's not the end of the world. It is not the end of the world. So we have a nice little population going on here. We do have a crime problem, which is bloody annoying, and we're converting one to precinct houses. This is because we have bumped into a criminal cartel who we plan to deal with as soon as we're going to. So we have Gek babies. We are gradually in the process now of looking to clear out everything down here so that we can start to actually survey and build this out, because we do want to beat the Sodrigans or Sodrithians to Dahlberg. A, because it's got a nice Gaia world, but B, because, which we might actually transform into terraform into an ocean world. But also B, because it's a nice choke point, and we're going to want to build on that choke point. We also got very lucky and got the Cybrex as our precursor race, which is very nice. It means we're going to have giant warrior robots soon. But it also means we've discovered Cybrex Alpha. So we have a megastructure there waiting to be rebuilt. So, that, I think, unless chat you can remember something I have missed, is the full recap. We are losing consumer goods, but there's nothing particularly surprising about that. We are terraforming this planet over here. Now, can someone tell me why we were terraforming this planet over here? Because that's the real challenge. I'm assuming that what we were doing is we were going for, this is probably a good place for a consumer goods planet. Or like as good as we're going to get in the short term. So I suspect that's going to be our consumer goods planet. But yeah, immediate concerns is naval capacity. Now that's resolvable in the near future, because we are actually doing tech research into starholds, and we get them in 11 months. So it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I think that was the problem, is actually we have, of the various planets we've got around here, they're all pretty pants. Like, there's an arid world there, which would be good. That'd make a really good mining world, actually. We should probably terraform that planet. Get more minerals from jobs. Let's terraform you. So terraform and colonize. That's terraforming, which means we're going to need a colony ship up there. Someone has rivaled us. The Sundrithians have rivaled us, so we might as well rival them back, if we have not already. And let's get some espionage going on against them. But I hope your weekends were all good, chat. And that you had interesting lives over the weekend. Right, we're out of jobs here. We're below our Empire Sprawl right now, but that will end relatively quickly when we get 2 more planets down. So let's get another slot on there. Let's get Gek Wrecker shipyard. Can you do me 2 colony ships, please? Oh yes, we have some Lycians. We have a Lycian planet. Lishful is our Lycian planet, which is a desert world. Because we just needed something to colonize, because we were pretty desperate.
Fleeing aggressors.
Right, I reckon let's get the fleets down here to start dealing with all of this.
Science ship taking damage.
Now, we're not necessarily strong enough to get into there yet, but we can do. And what we probably want to be doing is build a mining station there. Get me a research station there. Sorry, build a mining station, a research station there. Build another research station there. Then get around here and build a starbase. Because we don't want to expand down that way and take over that until we know we can take it.
Research
Did I
complete.
H? I may have H'd. If I did, I didn't inhale. Defense platform hail points is really useful to get. Let's get that researched. Right, we can upgrade. And we can also not quite use our Cybrex Warforge, which we'll save for. Blade of the Huntress is nice, but we don't need it yet. The Cybrex Warforges we're always in favour of. Right, let's get these anchorages upgraded. So we have Wizard Gizzard and Del Fondel. Do I have any thoughts on the emotes? Yeah, so I think we're going to get Poison Duck. I need to send the list over to Levi this evening. I think we're going to get Poison Duck. We're going to get Oh Dear How Sad as words. Probably like 95%. For marking how much we get XCOM'd in CK3. And some kind of like alarm clock or something. Someone else suggested on Twitter would be good. Like just to represent how often I say like, oh yeah, chat, remind me of X, so that people can know when we've hit a point of something I did ask them to remind me about. Now we could jump in here and deal with some of these and just jump out again. Like it'll be painful, but it would work. So I think we will... Right, what else do we need now? Let's get ourselves some shields. So yeah, so some good ideas there. And we will obviously get a little stray kitty emote as well. It would be rude of me not to get you like a little stray kitty emote. Build an alloy foundry because we are not generating any alloys. That's what we were going to do up here. Alloy planet. Right, so you go up there. We need an alloy planet, and we need a... So we're going to go alloy planet. That makes that our mining world, because it's going to get some bonuses for it. Which means we could do with a... Wish it would show the frickin' districts on here. We need something that isn't a tomb world. What about you? You're the one we're already terraforming. You're already terraforming. Yeah, we really don't have a lot of planet choice, do we? So I think it's going to be that Gaia world. Depends on what's on it. Do we want to carry on down this? Or do we want to flip? Because we've got the really interesting one. We can get that one when we need it. I think we're going to flip. I think we're going to go unyielding. Because we are about to start expanding our star bases quite aggressively. Right, let's repair you two. This starbase is there. That's our wormhole station, so actually we do kind of want that to be relatively beefy. So I think we'll slap down another anchorage here. Once he's finished.
Construction complete.
So you upgrade yourself.
Complete.
Give me Naval Logistics Office. 2 more anchorages. So I tend to specialise my stations for this reason. Because at least you know kind of what station is doing what then, rather than having like clusters of lots of different things on stations. I think it's just a more sensible approach. Right, build mining stations. Ooh, nice, that'll help. Crime boss arrested. Upgrade. And you upgrade as well. So a bit more minerals and then we can invoke. But let's do that while we're here. Gekak is getting a crime problem as well. Oh, I fucking hate criminal syndicates.
Ships upgraded.
Very annoying. Oh, that's
Ships
good.
Upgraded.
This evening's tea, by the way. Because we should talk about it. This evening's tea, courtesy of Bird and Blend, is Lift Me Up Angel. It's an uplifting blend of yerba mate, Chinese sencha green tea, lemon myrtle, Siberian ginseng, lemon balm, and lemon verbena. And it is bloody lovely, I have to say. It is absolutely bloody lovely. And I don't think I've updated my this tea command. But don't forget, you can buy tea, which Bird and Blend graciously provide me. And that is really nice. It's a really mild, nice, like evening tea. But you know how sometimes the teas like that can be a bit sort of soapy when they've got like kind of things like lemon and that, and this absolutely does not have that at all. It is absolutely lovely. So yeah, I highly recommend that. And actually, let me go on to stream elements, because we should turn on commander requests, because I'm guessing I've turned them off. We'll want them back on. So let me have a look. Chat commands, custom commands. Let's have a look. What commands do we need on? We need to have on. And under viewer rewards, channel points. What haven't we got turned on? Oh no, we've got name a lizardy leader. It is turned on, you're fine. So all we need to actually update is this T. So let's just quickly update it. Because it is very nice. Lift me up, Angel. Very nice tea. Lift me up, Angel. Let me just grab the direct link in case anyone is specifically interested in that tea. One of the things, nice things I'm finding with this relationship with Bird and Blend is there's teas that I kind of wouldn't necessarily buy for myself, because I'm actually quite a conservative tea purchaser. I like my kind of black teas and some very traditional teas. And the nice thing about this is it's been driving me out of my comfort zone, and it has legitimately made me think about whether I should take up, because they do like a subscription thing, and I have wondered about signing up for it as a result. I think the link creator is broken today, which is annoying. And awkward. Did I try that one last time? There we go. But yes, they do like a kind of nice subscription service, which is quite cool. And I am now very much tempted to see if they'll just send me that. I mean, they kind of do already, but would be cool. There we go. Command updated. Command has been updated, chat. Does having an embassy with a criminal megacorp make it easier for them to set up to set up offices? Is visibility of your planets? I don't think so. I think they can just do it. Because I definitely didn't accept an embassy from them. I definitely didn't accept an embassy from them. Anyway, we have a shuttle crash to deal with. During a clandestine mission to the surface of Fargus 3, one of our shuttles was intercepted by a squadron of atmospheric fighters belonging to a local nation. A lucky missile disabled the shuttle's engines, and it crashed in a remote wilderness region. We need to act fast if we are to evacuate any survivors before the natives reach the crash site. So we need probably to get Oh, it's only a science ship. That's fine. We can get a science ship wherever we need to get a science ship. Oh, there you go. Handily, we've got one nearby. Go rescue those people, please. Meanwhile, one of you can go research that project. You two are fully upgraded, so get down here and we'll start nibbling away at these.
Complete.
Wormhole travel. Nice. We're discovering a lot of good techs early here. We've been very lucky on our tech orders. That is very early for wormholes. And that means we can take a peek through that wormhole and see what's on the other side.
Construction complete.
Which will be very useful because it means we know whether we need to fortify it sooner rather than later. You're going to need upgrading no matter what we do, so let's upgrade you. And we're getting closer to our ship cap. Gagawa is up, so let's make you an anchorage, then upgrade you.
Salvage preserved.
Get over there and build that. Karma means it'll be the Skull Lords. Yeah, it's probably going to end up being the Skull Lords again. Bit more diplomatic weight. Civic slots 1 is probably good to go for now. We are halfway to regenerative hull tissue. Let's get gene crops. RIP! RIP scientist. Was that one of our special scientists? No, we've still got our special scientist, the subtle knife. Give me you. You will do.
Special project complete.
We rescued the operatives. Good work. Right, we need a name for this planet. It's a Gek world. So it needs to follow the format of our other Gek worlds, which is 2 single syllables linked by a hyphen. If it helps, it's going to be an alloy generating planet. So it's got to be Gek-something.
Construction complete. Salvage
And we kind of like the
preserved.
harsh sounds, the K's and stuff like that. So we've got until that colonization ship arrives at Fargus to think of a proper name for that planet. Get on it, chat. Give me your suggestions. Right, let's jump you in. See if we can nibble some of these. Gek Mech. Good call. Good call, Olaf. Go kill them. Ideally without these guys reacting. Good stuff. Now kill them.
Construction complete.
Hello, little stray kitty. Going for a nap. Just disappeared into the bedroom. I think little stray kitty is going for a nap. Right, let's get you two repaired. Well, actually, you can probably take that down, and you're damaged anyway. Right, take that down. You need to get back there. Get over there and survey that. Get over there and survey that.
Construction complete.
So we took some licks, but we've cleared it out, and now we can get a base down there quickly. You're building a mining station, that's fine. So I would like you both to get back to Gek Rekka, which is there. We should probably name that system so it's a bit more obvious that this is Gek Rekka. is our primary starbase building site. Get Wrecker. And you, sir, will be colonizing that planet, which will be called the excellently suggested Gek Mech. This is going to be a mining world, so start thinking in advance of what we're going to call this world. It's another mining world. Cash that in.
Finding a new home.
We
Research
need
complete.
some consumer goods. Let's stock up. Defensive hull points is good. Gek Rock would work. Second one's got to be single syllable, so. Synthetic crystal plants might not be a bad idea.
Complete.
Let's get that. How are we looking in rare resources? So we've got some Zero, but I'm not seeing a lot else. Some dark matter. We're not that well blessed, so yeah, we're going to need to go synthetic, I think. It's a big Gaia planet. What could possibly go wrong with a big Gaia planet? Yeah, Gek Mac is good, but I think it would get confusing. Sadly. Well, at least we're back to zero crime. We can kick them off the planet, even better. Two more ships.
System survey complete.
Do repair. Do upgrade. Yeah, let's see, they were coming in to do it, but we've had everything in place so we could easily beat them. So that would make a good... Maybe we dump that full of... maybe that's our... I think this might be our Alloy's planet. We would like to extend our deal. Because it's bigger.
Construction
And it means we
complete.
could import workers from anywhere if we left it as a Gaia. We could just buy lots of workers off the slave market. And just give them sort of guest worker. We'd go full Qatar. So, you know, I can't believe it's not slavery. That kind of thing. It's a very tasty tea. I think I definitely will ask for more of that. Yeah, let's actually, so we need a different name for this planet. This planet is, and we actually need another
Ships upgraded.
colony ship then.
Ships upgraded.
So we need a name for our consumer goods planet. Gek-something. Just finishing a weird run, 2 fallen empires that awoke but didn't come out to play. It does happen sometimes. It does happen sometimes. I think we go down this side first. Right, you need to get big fast, because you are a border station. You need to be border stationing. You can research projects in system.
Construction complete.
Now, given our most
Research
likely
complete.
enemy at the moment is in the south, it is tempting to... Depends what's through that wormhole. Like, we could put a crew station there. Let's put some crew quarters there. More naval capacity. Don't really need it yet, but we will. Starbase capacity would be nice.
Salvage preserved.
Actually, we're going to take atmospheric filtering, because if we're keeping that as a Gaia... Did you close your borders to the hive minds so they don't try to jump you? We're relatively safe on that one. Because there are rivals, so it's automatically closed. Because it is a good point, otherwise we would be wanting to watch out very carefully for that. Gektronic's nice. Breaks our syllable rule, but I think I'll allow it. So this is actually Gektronic, which I can rename now.
Salvage preserved. Construction complete.
No point in improving relations with them, they hate us. So this is Gekmek. In fact, it's not Gekmek, is it? Because anyone can live there. So just as much as this is Lish full, and these are Gek-only worlds,
complete.
what do we prefix planets with that anyone can live on? I.e. Gaia planets. So what do we call planets that anyone can live on? Mosh.
Salvage preserved.
Mosh. Mosh is perfect. I love it. Especially as that means we can have Mosh Mech. This is Mosh Mech. Mosh Pit would be if we had a Gaia planet that we optimized for mining. Which obviously we now have to do. Like, it's the law. We're going to have to find another Gaia planet that we can turn into a mining world. Just so we can call it Mosh Pit. Two more ag districts there. Geknak needs... Well, it's got excess population. We might move that population off of Geknak. No, it's workers. Oh, we're out of bureaucratic jobs again. We need more bureaucrats.
New frontiers established.
Find that planet. Oh, yeah. Gektronic, build me. Some holo theatres. And get me 3 industrial districts.
Construction complete.
Because we do need another mining planet. Like, this is going to be a mining planet, but we are going to need a third one. So I do feel like our next mining planet, we should actually just make it Mosh Pit. Oh, best track in the game.
Research complete.
They are receptive to the Rory Trop. Is our envoy that we've sent over there. Right, that means we've just met a hegemony, because because we got 3 at once. Cruisers! If we could script cruisers and go straight to battleships, I'd be very happy. But worst case, we can fling out through a few carrier cruisers. Shipper R, refit standard as well. We're getting some really good early techs. Really good early techs. We want to get that curator order station built as well.
Building a new home.
Right, give me missiles, guns. T-Zru Cooperative. The T-Zoo Cooperative. This is probably something we need a voice for, isn't it? What we got?
I bring greetings from revered Elder Hukot or At, the elected leader of the T-Zru Cooperative. We believe in the right of all sapient beings to fulfill their individual spiritual needs. Here, have a leaflet, and we have a very nice free kitchen that you may join and have some food with us if you wish. And we hope you share in this sentiment. Have you heard about the one true tree and his wishes?
We have much to gain from this encounter. Boulder trees, indeed. Right, you are building missiles and gun batteries, which is good. And we also want you to have disruption field generator. You can go survey that. Let's bring the fleets back down, because we could do with clearing out that ruby stack from there. We could probably take that. No, they're all in the middle, so we're going to need to be bigger fleets before we can clear out that. But we're getting there.
They can talk, and they want to talk to us.
The Athari Kingdom. They are more spiritual seekers, righto. So they're kind of all down there, which means we do have an available envoy. So let's just start on that one. So Gektronic needs to be in a sector. So generally we're actually on the hunt for anti-crime people when we're doing that, because we are just going to get crime on our worlds, which is annoying, but... Gekak, what are you meant to be doing? You're a very crappy little mining world. We can do crystal generation now, can't we? Get some crystal plants going. Geknak. Our envoy is plotting. Do you snuff out plots, please? Terrible little planet, Geknak, but there's not really much we can do with it.
Construction complete.
As the terraforming of Nimbus 2 is settling down, we discover that the project has put us in an unanticipated situation. We did not need as many resources as we initially set aside to finish this project, and now we have the chance to add on one additional feature to the planet. Our terraforming specialists presented us with 3 different options. More mining, because it's going to be a mining world. Nice. Which means we can get you down onto Nimbus now. Right, what was our Gek mining world name? Gekin, indeed. Like, we're saving Pit for when we find a Gaia world. So we can make it Mosh Pit. Because I can't terraform that into a Gaia world. So we need a name for that planet, chap. Gek Rock. Good shout.
Research complete.
Gek Rock. Spot on that person. Wormhole travel unlocked. Let's get some barrier defences going.
Building a new home.
You, sir, go find where that links to. I think we're a nice little pocket empire going on now. You need to upgrade. Let's get the fleets over there and clear that out. It's a terrible planet over there that's no good to anyone. They landed a covert team on Mosh Mech and seized living Gek hostages. Outrageous. Fucking Putined us. Clear them out. Ooh, a new admiral has been added to the pool. Go repair, go repair. Then you go research projects. Survey system, research projects. Then survey system. Then explore wormhole. Because we do need to colonize the, get these systems locked in, even though we're not going to colonize that planet. Because obviously what we don't want to do is leave it so someone could come through the wormhole and colonize it. Sell some more alloys. Goes to the Tager system. Ooh, interesting. You, sir.
Research complete.
Research. Don't crack the egg open. You can crack the egg open. Gektronic people are going feral. Give me some armies. Just in case. The Eutrelian Star Union. Sort of giant winged caterpillars. We consider your species a grave menace to our kind, the Gek. Unless you can demonstrate you are no threat to us. Yeah, we'll work with you. The Mitron Alliance. We should be getting envoys with these people. Have we got the research into the feral thing yet? We have not.
Anomaly found.
Right, can you land on Gektronic? They're just basically there to help out if it does kick off on there. Right, we want to get that one researching as quickly as possible. Feral overload, rooting out the problem, 7 months, good.
Special project complete.
The boy has been verified as one of Gek make, and the signal it's relaying has been established. Gek authorities, identify yourself. Hello? This is the captain of the Luxian, a Gek civilian transport. Former captain. The Luxian's gone. We are boarded by pirates. This is so a trap. The Ransomeers. Fine, we will rescue you. Let's find out where they are. Galactic community. Yes, we will join. It is a worthy endeavour. Let's get upgrades. They go to Pieroon. Caterpillars nervously living next to lizards. I mean, they've got a bit of distance on us. They're all over here. Looks like the Mitrons are the big power in that relationship. The Stakashi Deathlords sound fun. Should we pop open the egg? Let's open the egg. Right, Urebdar Station is definitely going to need to be a defensive station because it's a wormhole.
Special project complete.
The investigation of the strange and wild behaviour currently besetting Gektronic has been completed. In the vast network of cave tunnels that permeates the planet's crust, an enigmatic fungus has been found. It grows all over the caves, floors, walls, ceiling, and stretches out for thousands of miles. The fungus frequently releases spores that are vented out of the caves. For what purpose has not been established, but we know for certain that it causes primitive behaviour in our species, releasing primal urges within. We can try and find a useful application of this phenomenon, or we can exterminate the fungus altogether. Let's utilise the cave mushrooms. Oh. We have met a Leviathan, apparently. It's not going to tell us where, just that we have. Right, that's the Ransomeers. But we want to do Feral Overload first. Let's research that. And then the Zuzu Armada can go lurk over there. And Def on Dell, if you could go deal with the Ransomeers, that'd be good.
New frontiers established.
So you want 2 hangar bays. And communications disruption. Planets are looking decent. Did we start colonising this? Yeah, Moshmek is down. So Moshmek, they're all in that same sector, which is surprisingly handy. Moshmek is going to be our Alloy's planet, isn't it? Give me one of them. And give me some hollow theatres.
Special project complete.
Get ready for about 1 billion notifications. Industrial facilities have been built all over the outlets for the fungus-infested cave systems. Apart from filtering and regulating the spread of spores, these plants can also cut excessive spores into useful exotic gases. Very useful. The population growth is increased as the somewhat randy inhabitants of Gektronic satisfy their urges more frequently, which unfortunately means that the level of violence and conflict is also slightly higher. It is the price of progress. That's fine though. Gas engineer jobs is really useful for us because we've not lucked out on the rare minerals, and that pop roast speed is really handy. So overall I'm happy with that.
Handshake protocols activated.
You go there. Law 9 Balanu! Thank you very much for the follow.
Handshake protocols activated.
Oh, we linked to the Infinity Machine. That's what we linked to. Right, get us some embassies. Right, you need to get over there and build there before they do. And you need to get over there and survey that. So you're building up nicely. Researchers on Gekgek have eagerly anticipated the countdown of the mysterious atomic clock of prodigious precision found on Seal 6 for the past 42 years. 3 days. Several decades worth of heated speculation and conjecture have evaporated in an instant. The clock has just now reached its momentous deadline, ejecting a stream of self-replicating nanites. These nanites are streaming on a trajectory towards another planet in the Seal system, Seal 6, projected to arrive within the month. Ooh. Let's see what happens, shall we? Let's also buy some more of them.
Handshake protocols activated.
The nanite stream ejected by the atomic clock in the Seal system asteroid belt has made planetfall on Seal 6, replicating at an incredible rate. The nanites covered the entire surface of the planet in a period of hours, proceeding to terraform it into a Gaia world. Hours after the completion of the terraforming event, the nanites involved in the process deactivated and decayed beyond recognition. And it's a mining world. Chat. Chat. You know what this planet's called, don't you? It's even got mineral boosts. It's even got mineral boost, mineral production boost. Someone get up there and build us a goddamn... Right, let's get Wrecker popping out. It is indeed Mosh Pit. We are going to have Mosh Pit. The colony ship. So we do need another energy producing world. That's the thing I'm getting concerned about. Are we living up to our lizardy ways? We've been surprisingly peaceful so far. But we have been getting our own little corner of the galaxy sorted. So that connects into there. It's the Athari Kingdom that connects into. So it's these... it's Necroids. They need exterminating then. And they've got a gateway there, so they definitely need exterminating. We may seed the thing through that wormhole with a pet race. What we really want to know is who's over there. How long you got on that egg? Probably still a fair bit. Establish embassy. It's probably actually just quicker to build another construction ship. Let's build another construction ship. We're not badly off for minerals.
Construction complete. New frontiers established.
That is a bad sign. Right. The Moabouche are our destroyers. So we need some defense platforms. So we've got the Shish Aru. which is lights and mediums. Let's drop that to hangar station. A basic strike. We do have crystal infused plating, which is useful. Really matter if regenerative hull tissue on that. Right, we're building a ton of them. Now, have we actually got a defensive pact with the Galactic Lycian regime, or just a non-aggression? We do have a defensive pact, but they are in another war. So we just need to watch out for that. I think we should be okay. I mean, they very much outfleet
System
us.
survey complete.
How close are we to corvettes? "25 months. I think we might throw out some carrier corvettes pretty quick. Gek Rot, you
Under
need...
attack.
War it is. Scratch that plan. Get over there. Right. We need another fleet. I think War Goal we're going with Humiliate. Let's not worry about territory yet. Gek Wrecker. Let's get another fleet of Marbouches out. Is it worth us flinging on, do we have it? The edict that boosts... No, we don't have the one that boosts... Fortify the border. It just does starbase upgrade speed. It's not actually that useful to us right now because we have already upgraded that. Like, they've got to come past the 6.2k station, but they have the fleets to do it. If they move quick. Sublight speed isn't necessarily going to help us. Problem is, Def on Del is always all the way over here.
Special project complete.
Galactic omelette. Kind of depends on how quickly they push this station. Right, we're at war. We don't really have time for this. Def on Del, can you please deal with this? And then get your arse back down south, please. Yay, the crew of the Luxion escaped. Welcome home, jailbreakers. With the crew of the Luxian safely on their way back to Gekgek, disaster has been averted. The Gek people are sure to glory in the decisive actions of the Gek's Grand Admiral. The situation with the kidnapping Ransomir pirates, as well as the pirate band itself, has come to an end. Some questions remain, mainly relating to the much larger piratical navy the captives claim to have seen through portholes shortly after their capture. But considering the circumstances, it can be safely assumed that the threat appeared to be much greater than it actually was. The Ransomiers are over and done with. I wonder. Right, Def on Del, we need you back down here sharpish. And actually we might want to consider... Right, here they come. They're coming in. Now, I'm not convinced we can hold this. I'm not convinced we can hold this. The sublight speed's going to get us boost there quicker, but it's not going to get us there in time to make a difference, and it's 150 influence. Yeah, I don't know. Because we've got an extra 3 climbing in there. It'll be close. It'll be close. But what we can do is we can do edicts. And what we should probably do is reactive armor. We're running kinetics, aren't we? So we go kinetics. And we go energy weapon damage. So that will help. We need to get the Killix down there as fast as possible, but they're building now. We have a free admiral. If someone wants to cash in an admiral, feel free. We have Admiral Prim IOG, who is eager to be renamed. Killer Armada, get down there. They don't think they can take it with what they've got there. They're jumping out.
Research complete.
We might just get away with this. Just. Give me auxiliary fire control. And you need to go and... Let's not lose sight of our important goals here. You get over there so we can get Mosh Pit going. I wish we had the edict that could boost station construction speed. We do have the one that's giving 500 hull point boosts for every single one of these we finish, which is going to really help. Pirate Penguin! Cashed in. What are we calling him? Heavy Rock Mobster. Because they do have the combined fleet power to do it. Maybe we do get the sublight thing. Problem is I really want to push for Galactic Market and it's up next. Every one of these we finish, we're laughing. Stagnant Ascendancy, where are you? Oh, right, okay, so that wormhole leads to a Stagnant Ascendancy. Righto. So that was that one, wasn't it? No, the other one. So that wormhole there leads to a Stagnant Ascendancy, so less of an initial problem, so we can leave it relatively low level for now. This is the real key, it's holding this. It's the battle to hold Dahlberg. Because they can't go round, because they'd have to go through the Galactic Lycians. I don't want to bait them in yet. I am legitimately happy to fight this entire war on the defensive. Because I think the wider swing is in our favour.
Construction complete.
We're maxed out on food, so let's flog some food.
Construction complete.
Mining stations. You know what time it is, chat? Mosh pit. It's a station on max. It's building up to max. And because we've already got the rare armor boost thing, the defense boost thing, every single one of those extra defense platforms we had is another 500 points. Right. Gek Rock is going to need Halo Theatres 1, 2, 3 build. Because we didn't get that going while we were doing stuff, so we should do. Mosh Mech is building up. That's going to be our alloy planet. So we're going to have 9 defense platforms on there. 7.9 already. If they massed everything right now this minute, they could probably just about take it. By the time Defon Del gets down there, they won't be able to.
Building a new home.
I think we made the right choice taking Unyielding second and just leaving that one bit on diplomacy. And we just about held that. We were very lucky we had enough alloys to just instantly dump them onto the station. Mosh Mech gets an odd factor.
Construction complete.
Unless they've got more fleets hiding somewhere, this station will hold. Because the Yippee-Ki-Yay Armada is almost there as well. Ooh, what they got?
Construction
Ruined
complete.
Mega Art installation.
Construction complete.
Any interesting planets? I think they mainly declared because they're boxed in. So they don't really have anywhere else to go. Tomb World. Are they Tomb World preference? No. They're just so desperate they've had to colonise a Tomb World. Lishful can upgrade. Let's have another one of them.
Research complete.
We would like to extend our deal. That's cruisers. Oh, I was kind of hoping we'd get battleships straight off, but we'll take gas wells. This is the other reason I picked Humiliation, by the way, because I was working on the basis that they were most likely did outfleet us at this stage. So taking anything that was taking territory when we didn't know anything worthwhile was there would be a bit pointless at this stage. That's what we actually want to deal with next. That's going to be tougher because they're all in the right area. You could actually go and get that locked in. Fucking crime wave. Precinct houses upgraded. Like, we've got 8k of ships in that system now, and we've got essentially 10k of starbase. 10.5k starbase. Yeah, they're not getting through. And they can't go round or they'd be moving. So we just got away with that. Gektronic is building up. One of them, one of them. I'm overbuilding on these planets because when the galactic market opens up, we might see if we can nab some slaves. If we're lucky. Give me naval capacity, actually, because we are at our current naval capacity. Chemical plants? Let's go volatile materials. So basically I suspect we just status quo. Because that's going to give us defense platform cap as well when we reach it, which is really nice. Someone got arrested development. We are over our admin cap again. Which of these planets was our shitty little admin world? Geknak.
Construction complete.
See, they've jumped in there, which is just... I mean, points for trying Galactic Lycians, but... Don't think you were really ever going to really achieve anything there. Well, there's 6k in there. We could take that, because I don't think they could reinforce it in time. I think we do dive in there. If we can get there in time to nab that fleet. Because that's a significant dent in their forces if we did.
Battling aggressor station.
YOLO! Remembering that because of our past as clone warriors and our admiralty bonus, we get filthy ship attack bonuses. Which is why we're carving through them like a certain amount of butter.
Protocols activated.
Well, that did the Warsaw some good. Let's not push on though. Let's get everyone back to repair. Good work, admirals. Right, we only lost 3 ships there. So one jump back to repair and then we will push further in. Oh, the row aliens no longer exist. Righto.
Construction complete.
If we're really lucky, they'll jump in. And I think they will. Yeah, they're coming in. They're coming in.
Spaceport under attack.
Spaceport can stay under attack. If we manage to catch that force, they're dead.
Spaceport lost.
Get them! Get them, boys! There's a sublight probe there as well, which we should deal with while we can. The crew was assigned to work the odd factory on Mosh Mech has disappeared. We could send a new force to take their place. Yeah, we'll send a new force to take their place. Right, get in there and research projects. And you lot might as well jump on. Let's do some damage. Like, that's the only real fleets they've got left. I mean, they're rebuilding over here, but we could take that.
Has formed. It's good to see them make friends among themselves.
Stagnant ascendancy. How come they're bordering the stagnant ascendancy? Shouldn't they get told off for that? Right, galactic market.
New frontiers established.
We are going to push for it because it'd be very nice to get it. So let's go with decisions. Galactic market hub nomination. Let's boost it. I think it is worth dumping the influence on it. It's strong, so you know, might get it. Taking dive break. It will. We can't do it now though, because we did go with humiliation. Right, it cost us a science ship, but that's fine. Because we got the probe.
Spaceport under attack.
Right, that is as far as we want to push. So we're almost got our war goals. But yeah, next war, build the fleets up. We'll be fine. Depends which one. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Research complete.
Right, the fleets. Get back down there and just kill them again. There we go, we won. Victory is ours. That was tense, because we could have lost that right at the beginning. But we didn't. Right. Go research projects. Research projects. Research projects. Research projects. Fleets, get back to there. You know what we're going to do? We're going to swap one of them for a shipyard. Because it's just handy to be able to upgrade things there. Scientist carpet. It's probably not doing much. Oh, we've got the Holy Order. We should be building a base here. Because then we can build a research station thingy. So build mining. Fleet reinforcement. Yes. Counter. Build.
Construction complete. Research complete.
I mean, might as well just close it out. Let's sort out our border gore. Now, we probably want to go autocannon. Let's go autocannon. Need some more of them.
Salvage preserved.
How are the planets looking? So we got slots. Giggity. So what do we need on here? Nothing much at the moment.
Construction complete.
An alloy foundry down.
Construction complete.
Scarecrop can get another one of them, and it can get some mineral purification plants. Mosh Pit needs 2 of them.
Salvage preserved.
Then 1 of them, and 1 of them.
Construction complete.
So that's why it's handy having just one starbase there, because when we're not that fussed about how quickly the upgrades happen, it means that the fleet doesn't move off to get upgraded. Gektronic is a factory world.
Ships upgraded.
Dead envoy. Where's our nearest mining ship, construction ship? You go build there.
Handshake protocols activated.
Actually, go there first and get us that research. And then go there and get us that. Establish embassies. We probably want to save up for... We can sell some food, actually. We're doing very well for food.
Special project complete. Ships upgraded.
So I think we actually do Cybrex Warforms, assuming we don't manage to get another boost down in time. Which I suspect we won't.
Construction complete.
Still don't quite have enough fleet strength to deal with them. Oh hey, absorbers, that sounds fun.
Salvage preserved.
Give me more naval capacity, because that'll set us up for battleships.
Construction complete.
Lishful doesn't need anything. Gektronic particularly need anything. Not yet, anyway. Are you founding factions? Psychic Penguin, are you founding factions? The Isolationist faction. Xenophobe. I thought better of you, you know. Let's lock in Cybrex Alpha. Just thinking we might as well clear up the border gore.
Salvage preserved.
We're not that far over our Empire Sprawl cap and it's just done then. Because I don't think we're going to hit the next boost point because I think it's 300. Yeah, boost nomination 300. I mean, let's hold off anyway, you never know.
Handshake protocols activated. Salvage preserved.
Oh hey look, Death Lords. Fun. They're around there, are they? There's a lot of Death Lords. At least we know they can't backdoor into our systems. It is, it's the Gexit means Gexit faction.
Research complete.
It's got some plasma throwers from all the research.
Handshake protocols activated.
Rip the scientist. Definitely take an embassy, because embassies increase our unity. It's why we're generating some really nice unity. So once you've done that and that, didn't we have another one round? Oh yeah, it's over there. So there will be still the nearest ship to go deal with that. So we have the
Research
Ipecae,
complete.
the Zuzuzar, and the Killick. Shields is coming along nicely. Let's finish off Shields. Oh, we can't actually. We just got the things from the things. Nice. I mean...
Salvage preserved.
I don't think we're going to make it to the next one. I don't think. Let's take our alloys. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we'll build it. We'll bid for it again later. Go there.
Salvage preserved.
Starbase. Mining stations. Because it just means we know we've ticked off all of this. That's the Riggin Commerce Exchange. You need to get us some more. You're our bureaucracy world. Get some more admin officers down. And you... We would like a think tank. Curator think tank. Nice. No Zoot Zoota. No, no Zoot Zoota. Tucked out of the way over here, you should probably just be an anchorage.
Research complete.
It's auto cannons. Habitats is no good to us. Corvettes. Let's take minerals plant from jobs. Yeah, cash. Cash. We need an energy planet.
Salvage preserved. Research
The
complete.
Black Crown? What the hell is the Black Crown? People are activating gateways. Oh, we got it. We got a galactic market. Nice. Nice. What do we want? Shields, because we've almost done it.
Research complete.
Need something good. Research output. I want battleships. So where do these go? So that goes over here.
Construction complete.
So they're in a
Construction
defensive
complete.
pact with the Miltrons. A decent-ish planet. I kind of feel like we want to know if that planet's any good. Mosh Pit, you need to get purification plants, get 2 more of them. Now, there's probably not going to be any slaves, but we'll keep an eye on it anyway. Someone linked in chat to a nod. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Lithoids. Do we want lithoids? Not really. But they are ocean preference. Oh, and they're the ones that produce exotic gases. Maybe we do then. They're sea dragons. They are very good for resources. And we don't even have to send them to Mosh Mech. We could send them to Gek Rock. Let's give them some rights, because we're not really into the whole slaving thing, other than selling them. Do we want them to be generals? Yeah, we'll let them have full military service. Colonization is forbidden. I think we are going to put migration controls in place. We do the same for the subspecies. Migration controls. Full resident. They can have residence, but they don't get full citizenship. Stratified economy. Full military service. Right, that means someone is selling slaves at the moment, so we're going to watch that. Robots. Do we want robots? I feel like robots are a bad idea. We have recent history with robots. They ask awkward questions like, do I have a soul? And these questions never end well for us. Such questions have traditionally not ended well for us. Yeah, we don't serve that kind here. If we can sort out our consumer good generation and get some more energy up. No, we don't serve that kind. Get away. You should be able to put like buy orders in. So you go like, right, if any more of that population come up, I just want you to buy them. Ooh. Hear me out here, chat. That's not a bad race for us to have. Because we have a whole bunch of two worlds. No, that's not. Yeah, basically slave pre-orders. You should just be able to say, look, like, because like you'd put in a thing to the slave, like maybe you have to pay more for it. So let's say you have to pay the slave retail price plus 50%. But what you can do is turn around. You should be able to turn around and go, if you get any more of that population I've just bought, I will buy up to X number of them. And it can preemptively take the cash out for it. Those robots do look quite cool though. That is a really nice tea. Really nice tea. A reminder is Lift Me Up Angel. Absolutely lovely. I'm really loving this. A really good tea selection this time around. Yeah, nothing stays on the market long. There is apparently a decent mod that essentially stops the AI from buying slaves for a week. Or for a month. So the player does have a chance of getting them. Yeah, exactly. You can do it for minerals. Desert mollusks? I feel like we don't need desert mollusks. I mean, they do get more minerals. I think it'd have to be a really interesting race for us to get another race into the Empire. Because we've technically got 3 in the Empire now. And that feels like a general reasonable amount. Gek Rock is out of jobs. Get out of jobs. Fill some fucking jobs then. Don't be leaders. Specialists. No one needs specialists. Just do what you're told. Dig shit. More mollusks. You get trade value from jobs. We've already got the market, so I think we're kind of just watching out at the moment for any more of those lithoids. Because they are super useful. I don't think we're going to get many more robots. Oh, we almost had a good one there. I could tell that was going to be a good one. No, it's not the first time slaves and tea have been associated with each other.
Research complete.
Minerals. See, we could build robots. Nothing could possibly go wrong with this plan. Need some railguns. And probably energy nexus. Once we can genetically engineer origins, we can do some interesting stuff, but we cannot yet genetically engineer origins. Oh, that's our boys. That is our boys. Histofact. Something I've done a thread on before, so it is on my Twitter if you have a look there. Is that essentially the Royal Navy discovered and then forgot what caused scurvy. And it's all to do with like not spending enough time at sea when the Industrial Revolution happened. So they thought that lemon juice, concentrated lemon juice, would act just as well as actual lemons, and it didn't. And this, but no one really noticed because people weren't spending as much time at sea, so it just seemed to still be working. And the only reason that this was kind of really came to the fore again, and people realised that this was happening, was when all of the Antarctic expeditions started happening, and people started dying of scurvy. And what's crazy is we probably would still, as a species, not really, or for a longer time, we would have not known what stopped scurvy, i.e. vitamin C, if it hadn't been the fact for a Norwegian scientist was doing some experiments on, guinea pigs and doing a controlled diet experiment, and the guinea pigs caught scurvy. And this is because, by pure chance, guinea pigs are one of the tiny percentage of species on this planet, of mammalian species like humans, who don't generate their own vitamin C. So if they had picked any other animal for their experiments, they would not have discovered that the guinea pigs got scurvy. And it was actually a Hungarian scientist who turned round and then made... Oh, motherfucker. Who then made the connection. And he won a Nobel Prize for it. So yes, guinea pigs. Guinea pigs played a critical role in stopping scurvy. And the discovery of vitamin C. Right, we'll hang around for a couple more, because they are very useful. But after that we're stopping, because we're not sitting here with the game on normal for ages. So slow. I'd love to get this up to pop 10 with those. And clearly someone is at war with someone who is creating them. But if we could essentially boost this planet up to pop 10, that'd be really nice. Because remember that we need lots of minerals so that we can carry on firing off our Cybrex relic. We are over our Empire Sprawl, which we do need to do something about. So let's keep pushing our bureaucratic planet. Which is what's eating up a lot of our consumer goods. And we do kind of need to start to address that. Because whilst it's not a critical problem yet, it will become a critical problem as we're generating less cash now. Less energy, rather. We'll hold out and see if we can get one more, but then we are getting low on energy, so we should probably stop at that point. Come on, give us one more. Not robots. No one likes robots. Give us those lithoids. Because those lithoids are doubly useful because we can re-engineer them. Which, given we aren't in a great position for the generation of rare resources, is probably going to be quite handy. Come on, one more, you know you want to.
Special project complete.
That's all the probes. It's a bit of energy, which is actually useful. Got one. Right, that'll do for now. Right. Can't do star fortresses yet. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Upgrade. Now we do have cruisers. And I wonder if we should build cruisers. Maybe we don't, because I don't think they're going to get past that station. So even if they tried to go for another war, I think because we're not generating a lot of alloys, we are better off just holding off and going straight for battleships. I mean, it'd be really nice to be able to terraform tomb worlds, but how do you toggle the ability to see the borders of each district? As in these bits, the sectors, it is this view down here. So this button here shows you the sectors. Really handy. Or can be really handy. Speaking of, we've got governors everywhere. We do, that's good. Where it's particularly helpful is when you're conquering and you're just kind of like, right, well, if I take this new planet, is it going to fall into an existing sector? Which we'll need to do at the moment, because we will want to create a pet species at some point. And just go with a hegemony. I'm not sure where we do it yet. That might not be a bad place to do it. To turn the Sondrians. And keep that for ourselves. Can you manipulate those borders at all, or is it all decided by the AI? Right, so sectors. Sectors form around the starting point of the sector. So Gek was the planet where our first sector was born, because that's our home world. Sectors can be no more than 4 jumps from the center, so essentially the sector capital. So you'll notice that all of this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not in the sector. So you can manipulate them in the sense of when you create a new sector, you always have to create it on an occupied planet. But you might want to create it on a different occupied planet to the one that you would normally, just to make sure that the 4 borders fall where you want. So, for example, if I was to go to war with the Lycians here, and I was thinking, right, I want to turn this lot into a vassal. Like one of my vassals. Like I'm going to release them as a vassal. Release the whole sector as a vassal. But I want to keep Gaping Maw. I don't want to lose Gaping Maw, because I want to control that. Theoretically, let's say. If I created the sector, so let's say I conquered all 3 of these planets. If I created the sector at Tallow, 1, 2, 3, Gaping Maw would fall within the sectors. If I created the sector at Zariadnus, 1, 2, 3, 4, Gaping Maw wouldn't fall within the sector. So I would get to keep Gaping Maw, and my vassal would get all of those bits. Now I might give them the extra systems around there as well, but I wouldn't have to worry about it. And the only other question you'd have is, well, actually, would anything fall into this sector? Now actually, in reality, I wouldn't be able to do that, because Trabano is the centre of the Lishful sector. So actually it would expand over and take over all of these bits up to there. So if I was doing it, I'd have to realise I was actually going to be releasing Trabano as well, because 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that sector theoretically would move up to there. So yeah, the key thing just to remember is 4 jumps from wherever you push the button, or from your starting planet. And that view there, I always have it toggled on, because it can be really handy just to know. So hopefully that's helped. Hopefully that is useful information. So Gekak is a little crappy little mining world, but it is also doing some synthetic crystals. At some point it's going to need some more jobs. So let's build something on there so we can do... I think we'll turn that planet into rare mineral generation. You could actually be excavating that site. You got plenty of jobs going on. Really anything worth adding to what you're doing. Some civilian industries, but yeah, I must admit, it took me ages to work out that's how sectors work, because it doesn't really tell you that's how sectors work. So what you actually often end up with is you're kind of going, well, why did that end up in that sector and that end up in the other sector? And that's basically it. Lootbag Gaming, thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, once you work out the 4 jump rule, you can really kind of plan your sectors. So, for example, this is the outermost border of Gek will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could release Iram as a vassal because they're going to get these bits of, but they'll still have stuff. But what I'd really ideally want to do is see if they've got a planet down here I could release and I could just feed them stuff. But we could keep Gia for ourselves, because if I released Iram, I'd lose Gia. I don't think there's a 4 jump option here.
Ships upgraded.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, still get it. Right, that has perked us out, which is good, because that means we get extra defense platform caps, so we can build some more. Interesting. I'd love for them to bring back manual set judgment. Yeah, it would be quite handy. Askipolus, thank you very much for the follow. Hopefully that's useful then. Yeah, I mean, I'm always happy to share tips. Like, I have loads of hours in these games, and I'm always still learning stuff as well. But this and CK3 on Sundays, and EU4 and any of the other Paradox games, I'm always happy to share my knowledge on. So we can still go hydrocentric. I did wonder about this. I did wonder if we wouldn't be able to because we didn't have Oceanic Paradise. Now I don't think we've unlocked Mind Over Matter yet, so I think we will go hydrocentric. We came from the ocean, our species evolving to be ideally suited to living in the depths of the seas. Even as we take to the stars, we have not abandoned our roots. The water is and shall always be our home. Now, our evolution is complete. No longer shall we adapt ourselves to living elsewhere, rather than shaping worlds to suit our needs. As we greet the warmth of a new day, we know that nothing need part us from the ocean, ever again. It shall be a home like no other. Yeah, I think as we still have access... Oh, I don't have any free science ships. So... And I probably wouldn't have the influence to get down there at the moment anyway. Really need to do with the fact that we're losing 40 fucking... things a month. I wish you could prioritise a job but say like, no, actually do that one and then that one. But to my knowledge you can't. Right, who are you? You're down here. Doing anything useful? You're still assisting research, that's the main thing. Right, can you build some mining stations there? We should get that because there's an archaeology site there we're not tapping up. But build that there first while you happen to be in that area. Still jobs on there. Let's go back to fast. If they weren't doing that, excavating that archaeology site, I'd do it. RIP! Rip Admiral Wizard Gizzard. Chat, that does mean we have an Admiral slot free. Should you wish to be a genderless gecko, space gecko, now is your opportunity to be a genderless gecko. The opportunity you have all waited for. Ship weapon range, actually. Lipsy Nip. Which sounds like a euphemism. Scorbut. Lipsy Nip is now Scorbut. Score e ib et. Sco-ribet, I'd have thought you'd probably be. Sco-rib-ep et. It does almost feel a shame to rename Lipsy Nipsy. Lipsy Nipple. So there is cumulatively 8k of ships in there. We can actually, while we remember, build up to 14 defensive stations now. And I think what we will do is we will create a new defensive station class that is pure hangars. We could go point defense. Let's go with a mix. Annoys the shit out of me that won't jump up when you can go up one. You should really have crystal infused hull points. Our ships are under strength. Basically until we get like the proper top level of those, where crystal is pretty amazing. And the Moabushes are our primary ship. Ipikar is upgrading. So the Sheshoranu is fine. Oh, did I just accidentally change the Sheshoranu? That's fucking annoying. Let's change it back. It was 2 of them and 2 of them. And that'll all be armour. And that'll be that. Save that. So we do need to upgrade, but it won't be as much. And then we need a new defense platform, which is going to be point defense and hangars. Get them down. Them down. Give me some armor. Some shields. The Oru Ratat. Sounds good.
Construction complete.
Was that slot deliberately empty? Which one? Oh, there. No, I could put auxiliary fire controls on there. No, I was not playing some kind of a three-dimensional chess. We'll let these finish and then we'll hit upgrade again. Energy Nexus, which means probably next we want research complexes.
Construction complete.
Let's get Ripper autocannons.
Ships upgraded.
I feel actually we should maybe push on mega engineering. Which we
Ships
could do.
upgraded.
Let's do Secrets of the Cybrex after we finish. Let's see what options we get. Well, we're doing Ripper autocannons. Let's do, especially as we've got the research speed boost guy. Give me some Cybrex secrets. So the Moibouches need some serious upgrading.
Handshake protocols activated. Research complete.
Let's get our ecological adaptation. That's terraforming inhabited planets. That's really useful. Yay, the Jubarans! Oh, these are the people who built the freaking weird shit, aren't they? No, I'm definitely not a streamer man pro gamer at weirdly optimized fleet builds. Right, for the first time our consumer goods usage is actually starting to dip, which is good. I tend to just take an approach of, like, make your fleets feel sensible. Like, as long as they feel reasonably balanced to me, I'm kind of alright with them. We still have shocking alloy production, but we'll work on that. So we can build another 5 defense platforms, and we need...
Ships upgraded.
Oru Ratats. Does a weird bug out thing, by the way. It doesn't know the difference between you upgrading a thing and building a defense platform, which is why this grays out here, because it's not sure if I'm already building 5 defense platforms, when in reality I'm just upgrading one. Which is a very odd bug, and I'm surprised they haven't fixed it. Let's get energy credits. Oh, we have an election underway.
Ships upgraded.
Who's in the running? Well, Skoribet is going for it. So is Rock Mobster. So is Defondel. I think of all of those. I mean, Rock Mobster, you have literally no skills. You have no skills, dude. You're a Defondel, you fertility preacher, you.
Ships upgraded.
Defondel, congratulations, you are the new leader of our species. Which does mean we have another admiral slot available. Pick your admiral poison for Roroki Rakoki.
Handshake protocols activated.
He doesn't really look like a Bruce Abercrombie, does he? Like, if you invited Bruce Abercrombie to a dinner party, that's not how you'd expect him to look when he turned up. Oratats, isn't it? There we go. So that'll max us out on Oratats. So where does this wormhole go again? Is that the one that goes to the Stagnant Ascendancy? The Fallen Empire, yeah. So that goes to the enigmatic observers. And this one... Ooh, the Abusian civilization are on the verge of space travel. goes here. Okay. Fair enough. Right, fill in that gap. Then go build a starbase there. And then go get that black hole. And that really just leaves that system and that one, which we can't clear out yet anyway. We've got 12k of fleets. We could take that now. Let's just clear that out. No, we're not in a rush. There's nothing in that system that we desperately need. Fondle by name, fondle by nature. The derelict set station was once known as the Star Petal, and it was apparently a celebrated luxury resort in this corner of the galaxy nearly 1,000 years ago. A small fleet of tugs would drag the station to a new exotic location each year, but Dalberg 2 appears to have been its last. For unclear reasons, the station was pulled into the gas giant's atmosphere, where it suffered critical damage. We're well set for battleship fleet capacity. Like, money is actually more of our problem. Energy, sorry. Energy. Gekgek needs some jobs. Have some jobs, Gekgek. And actually, upgrade that and upgrade that. Gekak. How are we doing in terms of resource generation? With some motes or rare crystals. And some more synthetic crystal generation.
Handshake protocols activated.
Synthetic crystal, me baby. All about your synthetic crystals. Because once we get battleships, we can really push the fleets and start doing a bit of conquest, which would be nice. The archaeologists working on the Star Petal have gathered sufficient clues and evidence to paint a reasonably clear picture of the station's final days. A stray asteroid impacted the station, knocking it into an orbit that would soon plunge it into Dalberg 2's atmosphere. Station-keeping thrusters could not compensate, and the command staff soon issued an evacuation order. Unfortunately, the station only had enough escape pods to evacuate a fraction of its passengers, and mass panic soon erupted. Those who were not trampled to death perished when the station's environmental systems failed as it drifted deeper into the gas giant. Grim. A grim way to go. Right, traditions. I figure we might as well finish diplomacy off, because we are going to want to get a hegemony going at some point. So let's get that going. As we've already started it, we'll finish it off. Has anyone been playing on the beta patch stuff, the test run stuff they've done, by the way, on all of that? How's it shaping up? Are people liking it? Are they not liking it? I tend to actually avoid in any way following Paradox comments and things, because much as I love the games, and I generally like people who play them, Paradox community in general that comments on things is very self-entitled and somewhat toxic. You know, hashtag not all Paradox players. But a good chunk of them are very, very entitled. They're like, I think he dropped another £3 DLC, and they're like, it's a game they played for 6,000 hours, and like, this is costing me, like, this is not value for money. And you're like, dude, you've got 6,000 hours in it. You can't begrudge them an extra £3. The heart of the pulsar. Rummaging through the secure safes where the Star Petal's wealthiest clientele stored their personal belongings has revealed a treasure trove of strange artifacts and jewellery. Perhaps the most noteworthy among the found items is the... Go away. The Heart of the Pulsar. A unique diamond necklace quite famous in its day for having been worn by 5 different heads of states. Curious. Ton of energy and a ton of minor artifacts. How are we doing for minor artifacts? 22 of them. We've got Secrets of the Cybrex underway, so what we might end up doing with that is see if we can get retro engineering on them. Honestly, Paradox forums are like the worst place on earth. I have a lot of respect for Paradox for the fact they still attempt to have conversations with their people. Let's get some... more rare mineral generation going on. So Lishful, we can... How's Lishful looking on jobs? We could do with some more jobs. Let's just finish the districts out there. We are scraping our admin cap again. We're also only losing 28 now. Let's flog another 10k food.
Construction complete.
Our energy production's... I want that in at least 3 figures, but really it needs to be at least 250. I've been quite enjoying Warhammer 3. I've not noticed any major bugs with it. But then maybe I'm just not as observant as other people. I've had a couple of crashes to desktop, but that's it. Like, nothing I would class as, like, really bad. I think it's got the same flaws that all of the Warhammer ones do, which is that I prefer the standard Warhammer stuff because I'm not massively into the whole magic thing. But I do appreciate the effort they put into the Warhammer ones, and they are quite fun to play. Right, what are we going with? We could go plasma accelerators. But we should probably get started on boosting our research. I think we want to get Cybrex Alpha restored and turn it into a science hub. Do we go Science Hub on Cybrex Alpha, or do we go Alloys? Rip Snip Toko. There's a bug in the sieges which traps your troops in an endless pathing loop around barricades. It's hot's fixable. There's always something like that in every game. I think people really underestimate how hard it is to make games. Like, I'm not saying that like studios should be let off creating bugs and things, but it's far easier to do than people think. Or like, it's far harder to get things right, particularly with how complex modern games are. I think you can reasonably argue that it's impossible for a game to be entirely ready for release these days, unless it's like a small indie title, and even then it's
complete.
Because there's always something that's going to turn up the moment you start lobbing a lot of players at a game. Right, let's get another archaeologist going on. Ooh, super scientist dude. Tech. You do that. And actually, we had some plus 5%ers as well, so you do that. And you can take over that because you're a level 4, which means you can do some excavating. But yeah, what do we think, chat? Do we go alloys or research for Cybrex Alpha? I kind of want to turn it into our alloy hub, but maybe we should just save that and go straight for a science hub. Go for a science nexus. The fact that games work at all is miraculous. Lots of functions, diverse user base, tight schedule, and often also tight money. Yeah, exactly. You know what it is? Kids today don't know they're born. Some of us grew up with Chucky Egg, you know. Some of us had to put lots of hours into fucking Postman Pat on the Spectrum because we couldn't afford any other games. And that game was bloody hard. Far harder than it had any right to be. Yeah, Duck Hunt. Fun fact about Duck Hunt. I'll tell you some stuff about Duck Hunt next time someone cashes in a histo fact. Right, we've maxed out what we can do on there in terms of things. We've still got some science space left. Yeah, Mist was a good fun game. I think we might turn this into a secondary energy planet once it's finished filling up with workers on that. But it's got crime problems. I assume they've stuck down a fucking branch. It's where a lot of our money's going, you know. Acorn Electron. Classic school machine. Used to have a lot of them at schools. The Absorbers vassalized someone, which is an unusual move for them. Kind of feel like I want to take out the fucking annoying crime syndicate, but I don't know how we get to them. Because we can't really get to them easily. We might have to start doing something else on Gekak, but I mean, we're using it as a rare resource generator, which is no bad thing. It's exotic gases we need more of. In 36 again.
Construction complete.
We should probably just move that excess population from Gekak to Gektronic. So it'll do more use there for now.
Research complete.
Right, we've got eco-adaption. Fleet kilometer limit. Tile blockers. Society research. Ideology war. Yeah, but wouldn't that wouldn't stop them being a criminal syndicate, would it? It would just flip their ideology. So they just have slightly different governing ethics. It'd still be annoying. Right, we need to up our exotic gas generation. I'm actually gonna... Which planet was it? Is it Gektronic that generates a couple of those? I think we are going to say that that's a priority. Because it is. So that gives us reasonable generation on the key materials now. What we've not met is marauders, which is annoying, because we could be getting some nice marauder generals. Oh, thank fuck, we got rid of the branch office. Now we're generating good money again. Refined material has been uncovered, and while further study is needed, our initial impression is that the remains of a vast battle site. It appears that one side descended from orbit and was engaged by planet-bound defenders. Why there was no orbital bombardment and who the victor was remains unclear. Curious. We have successfully managed to integrate the Cybrex artifacts into our research process. Their insights into megastructure engineering will greatly aid our own. I think we push on megastructures. The subtle knife gains the expertise of Voidcraft. I think we push on that while we're doing it. I know it's a long time, but it is worth it. Now, what's that in years? 20 years. It is about 20 years, isn't it? More than that. Oh well, get to it. Chop chop. Oh, you know what we should do if we're going to do that? Let's get research subsidies.
Research complete.
Let's just like literally do anything we can to boost our research. Like research station output. Trust cap. Because 324, knocking off another 32 months off of that is no mean achievement. I think our main potential issue is subtle knife dye.
Research complete.
Ooh, admin parks. Admin parks would be very nice. My theory on games is the internet has allowed companies to use their customers as a QC department. If you're releasing a game on CD, bugs were harder to fix. They had to try to... Yes and no. Rip Grand Admiral de Fondle. It is election time again. Scorbut and Rock Mobster are going for it. If you're looking to get in on this election, now is the time to get yourself named as a Vesh Trop. If you're looking to get in. Yes and no. Games were simpler, so they needed less QA to begin with. But also, I think people forget how fundamentally broken lots of games were on release. Scorbut! Congratulations on your ascension to the to our
Research complete.
National leadership. Keep pushing research station output. Edicts, research subsidies. So we currently have 303 months. Research subsidies. Can you kick in, please? Lishful is getting villainous. Let's see if we can find a criminal beating person. Where are you? You're in Get. There we go, there's a criminal person. So yeah, people forget that games were fundamentally broken a lot of the time on release. Infamously, for example, you've got no, you're still with us. You're still with us. Where were you? Oh, right, okay. You need to be replaced. We'll bank that person. Don't let me forget that we've got a good research person on that, though. So, infamously, Syndicate. It was impossible to complete Syndicate on the Amiga. Because they'd inserted a game bug, and it always thought you hadn't completed the Atlantic. I can't remember. The thing was, there's a level it always thought you hadn't completed. We have concluded that forces from the Destroyers, a race of extra-dimensional nomads, invaded Vorsham 3A, which at the time belonged to those who resist. A coalition of several different species. From scattered records, we believe that the war was mostly fought elsewhere in the galaxy, and Vorsham 3A was an attempt by those who resist to establish a secret colony outside the reach of the Destroyers. The outcome of this battle and the larger war remains unknown. The study of the wrecked war machines has yielded some valuable information. We should actually build some Cybrex warforms, because we can. Building slots up. Fleet command limit. Shield capacitors.
Research complete.
We have almost maxed out our alloys. Which we should probably do something about. It's because we've been kind of trying to push for destroyers and didn't get them. For battleships. What we could do is start building on our wormholes, because we know we're going to need them. So give me 5 Oru Ratats and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that is going to need to be a starbase. Lishi Lu. A Gek. What are we going to demolish here? Replace that with a city district. Gek Nak. Upgrade 2 of those, but no more. Gek Ak, give me chemical plants. Lishful. Lishful's got no crime. They might have a crime wave, but I got no crime, so they're fine. You also used to get, again, like I very vividly remember picking up, certainly once I started PC gaming early on, you'd buy computer magazines just because they'd have patches on the floppy disks. So your computer magazine would come with a floppy disk that would say, like, oh, yeah, we've got the game fixes for Championship Manager and blah blah blah. So that was very much a thing. We could do with a trade station there. Or do we go somewhere over here?
Construction complete.
No, we can't reach that from the same thing. Let's put a trade station above Nimbus. Because we're bound to need one that protects trade anyway. Tend to judge based not on the release not only the release condition but the support record of the company. Yeah, exactly. I mean, PDX are very good at that. If you ignore the fact that they really should have stopped trying to add to EU4 by now. But yeah.
Research complete.
Like, there are some developers who build it and run. And I kind of get that. Like, I do kind of get why that happens, but there's some pop growth now that it's actually useful to us. We're under the 20-year point. How old is the subtle knife? 113. It's a good age. That is a good age. I'd be happy if I lived to 113. Seven out of 10, so we're getting there. Only losing 26 now. Almost depressed to think that I have all those PC games CDs stashed away with update floppies. You'd be even more depressed when you realise that most of those floppies will be degrading. And because they'll be magazine front cover releases, they weren't good quality to begin with. So they degrade faster. Right, we want hangars and a trade hub for the collection range. It's going to collect from there. And there. So we could do one more. So one more will give one more trade range. And we do one more protection. And you might as well have offer a trade company. The Juberan Collective is humiliated. I still want to know what their weird space station is. Can we see them? Deal. We'll take that. Juberan Collective are over here. Can we see? Will they trade as active comms? No, because of neutral attitude. Improve relations. Give them a bunch of resources. Do you want some food? Not particularly. Do you want some energy? I know what you will want. I mean, I can actually give it to you. There you go, have some stuff. Because you're cute. Cute little starfish. They're mollusks. Right, they're cordial, so they might do it now. Yeah, -3. We can get past that easy enough. Some ton of food. We don't want food. Some more allies. There you go.
Research complete.
Right, where's this fucking thing they're building? I ain't seeing a thing they built. But it said they built a thing. Chat, it said they built a big thing. Why aren't I not seeing the big thing it said they built? Boo! Boo! Game's robbed us. Game's robbed us, man. Yeah, it's called like Black Crown or something. And it was a mega structure. They've got Wentworth, which is nice. Like it said they built a mega structure called Black Crown. There it is. Oh, it's a gateway. A conduit through the very fabric of subspace that enables rapid travel to other gateways. They just built a gateway. Well, that was less exciting than I expected. Good to know, though. Stakashi Deathlords definitely sounds like an Italian heavy metal
Research
band.
complete.
Give me research station output again. Losing minus 31. Come on. Get generating. Do we even want to click that? Because we would actually go over our storage limit. You know what we should do then is Nimbus. Like maybe we should build a storage facility. We could use it. The more alloys we've got, the better, because we are going to spend a ton of them the moment we have to start. The moment we Gek-Ak we're resettling population from, aren't we? We're moving them to Gektronic. I think we probably do that for now. Oh, no, actually, no, we could go to agricultural districts. They generate food, but they also generate consumer goods for us. So actually, we probably do want to just do that. Turn this into a bit of an ag planet now, as well. Let's do that with Gek-Ak from now on. Let's stop selling food for now. Caravanners robbing us. Just can't get the staff these days. Guns, missiles, upgrade. Disruption. Like, we've got one more starbase cap we can use if we need it. I don't think we really need it that much at the moment. We're taking on reasonably nicely. We just have relatively small fleets for what we are. Gek needs, what was it we're going to give it? Embassy complex. Right, rare crystal generation is our problem again. So rare crystals is what we want to be doing. Mosh Mech should not be a factory world. You are a forge world. We do need an energy world. no idea if that's any good. Good evening, strategist on hiatus. Join us towards the end of the stream. Right, we're running out of consumer goods again. Let's pick up. Because we can only store 2,500 of those, so I think what we probably want to do if Nimbus is finished... Come on, Nimbus. Because we'd be silly not to take alloys whenever we can take alloys. Nero Ozymandias 312, the King of Kings and Emperor of Emperors. Thank you very much for the follow. Mosh Pit needs some jobs. And it's got a building slot. What do we want to build in that building slot? Is there anything in particular? Oh, we need some crystal mines, didn't we? Is it crystals we said we were short of?
Research complete.
We need some crystal mines. We could go... Let's just ditch these tar blockers because they're quick projects. Can we adjust some of the sea dragons to produce a missing rare material? Yeah, I think that's what we might do, is we might do some genetic tweaking of our sea dragon population. And just get them to start generating some of the weaker areas of genetic material. Where we need some more of minerals. Keep pushing on research output. New governor in Gekgek. We still got that? Yeah, we do. Mop Easer can have it for the research boost. Because it's basically the only place we're generating reasonable research anyway. How are we looking in other places for governors? You're not really achieving much for us. Harriet C. Wallace can have it. Gektronic has clearly started to get some crime build up, so let's get some precinct houses down. Really need to work on our consumer good generation. Which again we can do, it's not a problem. But alloys and consumer goods are our two bits to push on. But it's hitting our minerals as well, so we are kind of hitting the point where we need some more planets, really. We need to be able to terraform these tomb worlds. Then we're absolutely laughing.
Fleeing aggressors.
I don't think that asteroid's going to last long. Yeah, the space station will deal with that, it's fine. Speaking of, we could actually, and probably should, give this a ton of defences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which does mean then we can cash in there. Ascension perk.
Construction complete.
What do we go for, chat?
Research complete.
I mean, do we go Galactic Contender? Grasp the Void's a bit pointless for us. Too early for Defender of the Galaxy. I mean, if we already had battleships, the naval command limit would be really nice, but we don't. Could wait for the mega engineering perk. That's not a bad idea at all. Mega structure build speed plus 50% and capacity plus 1.
Construction complete.
Or we go for Galactic Wonders. We're probably a bit early for Galactic Wonders. Yeah, let's hold off. We'll hold off on the Ascension perk. I think you're right. I think we're better off just holding off and going straight for megastructures. I mean, Dyson Sphere would be really handy, but the amount of time it's going to take us to research Dyson Spheres is going to be huge. Downgrade your specialist. Plenty of jobs. Down the mines. Down the mines. So Gek is out of jobs. What kind of jobs are you out of? Workers. Let's move people from Gek to
Research complete.
Gektronic. And then what we'll actually do is, because we'd have to get rid of jobs to create jobs, whereas these will unlock. We can upgrade your research labs, so let's upgrade your research labs. Food boost would be decent. Let's take the food boost.
Handshake protocols activated.
Welcome to the stream, Mindtrip89. What size galaxy? I think this is a medium. We went with medium, but with only 75% planet distribution. And aliens aren't allowed to have sexy times with each other. So we don't have the kind of cross-species problem. So it should play reasonably well in the late game. Gekak has a massive crime problem. Which is probably not helping us. That fucking megacorp needs, that criminal syndicate needs to go. How are we looking in terms of... We're alright on those. Don't really want to stick any more admin officers down. I think we'll keep siphoning population off of Gekak and sticking it on Gektronic to just keep upping our consumer goods generation. $10 years and a bit. What's that? 14 years? 15 years? On mega engineering? Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe we could... maybe we could see if there's a Belmacosa could come in. We've got open borders and embassy sharing, so we just need a commercial pact, don't we? They're not going to go for it. Anyone else? It's like the one time we actually want some at the one time we actually want the game to spawn a ton of megacorps.
Research complete.
I'm sure there's at least one more I've seen.
Research
1 month on
complete.
that.
Research complete.
Okay, clear that one off. Give me antimatter. Yeah, peaceful traders might be one. I mean, they're in the range. Let's improve relations with them. We've got a bunch of envoys not doing a lot, so... Even amateur astronomers who directed their gaze towards somewhere today report seeing a spectacular light show, a series of colourful rapid flashes culminating in a sudden burst of electromagnetic radiation, followed by a ghostly silence. Many people are asking questions and we are afraid of the answers we don't yet have to give them. Something has emerged from the pulsar, shining with ominous light, the ominous light of a pale star. A spectral entity has begun to roam the galaxy, the Wraith. A spectral entity has been detected by our sensors. Seems to be roaming from system to system, destroying matter around itself indiscriminately. Early observations suggest its composition and manipulation of light may make it extremely difficult to target. One thing we have learned exploring the galaxy is that even light itself, we need to figure out how. Where the fuck is the Wraith? Can we track that on the map? Because that thing is not a thing we want near us. Oh look, it spawned near us. Motherfucker. Right, well that seems a good point to save and stop for today, I think, as we will need to work out what the hell we do about the frickin' Wraith that's now spawned in our territory.